up, everybody? Welcome to day 90. You know, when I first started, I thought it would take forever to get here, and now that it's here, I realized that it wasn't that long at all. It really wasn't. I haven't even done NoFap for a year, and I got to day 90. And I know a lot of people struggle with it. A lot of people have struggled with it for years. But I started these vlogs in June, I believe. So all it took was half a year for me to get it all together. And it's quite sobering looking back and how all of this started to the person that I am now. It makes me happy. But more than happy, it makes me fulfilled, satisfied. Like I did a good job. So I think that's way better than just fleeting happiness. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep getting truer every day. The person that I was meant to be. And I'm gonna go and do back and bicep day at the gym right now. It is 7:53 a.m. and I'm on my way there for back and bicep day. It's a chilly, very chilly morning. When I looked at the thermometer this morning, it was like 59 degrees. So this may be the coldest LA has ever been. Probably this year, you know. Not in history, I'm sure. I don't know if it's ever snowed in LA, but I don't think it ever will, to be honest. But it's not impossible. Let's do a little bit of updates. Today, I woke up to the callback list from my auditions from last night, and I got called back, which is great. But I got called back for a role that I'm not sure I want to do, because I don't know, it's just not my favorite show. And there was only really one part that I was interested in because of the songs that person gets. And I really like the songs that person gets. All the other songs I'm not a huge fan of. All the other songs I'm just like, it's alright. So I got a different role than the one I wanted. And it's still a named role. It's still it's like a supporting character-ish. He gets his own song, which is nice too. But I don't know. It just doesn't, it wasn't what I was going for. And if I do say yes to this, then I'm going to have to drive almost 2 hours every day. Well, not every day, but a lot of the days to play this part. So, I don't know, man. Is the drive worth this part? That's pretty much what I'm struggling with. Is the drive and the gas worth having this part in my resume? So I'll struggle with that, but I need to struggle with it. I mean, I'm still probably going to go to the callback tonight, but it's a struggle of, you know, if they offer me the role, should I accept it? You know, but we'll see. I still got a little bit of time to think about it. Either way, not going to focus too much on that now. I'm going to focus on destroying my back and my biceps. So I will update you guys in a little bit, but for now, check out this workout. Sup everybody, we're back. It is 10:47 p.m. Let's get it right into it. So I had an amazing back and bicep day. I still feel the pump right now. Right now I still feel the pump in my bicep. So it was a really good back and bicep day. After that, I came home, did some work. I tried to go grocery shopping today. I tried to shop for Instacart today. No one was tipping really well. And when you don't get good tips, it's really hard to justify going for the batches. It's really hard to justify going for it because sometimes it's a very far drive and you get paid like $9 sometimes or $16 for that particular batch, and it isn't worth the gas. It's not worth the gas. Like, the pay is not worth the gas. So today, that's all I was seeing. You know, some like, there are some days where people are tipping really well, and there are some days where people don't tip well at all. And I was just looking at how much I get paid just for doing it, and I'm like, that's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So unfortunately, I didn't get to go grocery shopping today, but I found a new product that I'm not sure if it's good or not. I want to test it. However, it is a very expensive product compared to all the products that I have on my store right now. This is a very expensive product. So I'm going to be doing some extra research on this. But in the meantime, I am going to put out ads I do want to get new ads for a different product just to test that and see how it goes before I do some true deep digging research into this new product I'm going to sell, because it's expensive. It's expensive, and I really need to sell it to people if I'm going to get money off of it. So that being said, yeah, pretty much all I did today. All I did this morning and this afternoon, but I had to drive an hour and a half to get to Rancho Cucamonga for my callback, and I don't think I got it. I did everything that I wanted to do with the music that they gave me, how I sang it. I did what I wanted to do with it, so I don't have any regrets. I'm proud of I'm happy with what I did. I'm happy with the performance that I gave them, but I think they might be looking for somebody else. And that's totally okay. I'm totally fine with that. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the callback, because not a lot of people got callbacks. So I'm grateful for the callback. But also at this point, I hope I don't get it. If I'm being completely honest, I hope I don't get it. I hope that I don't have to drive all the way to Rancho Cucamonga every single time I have to go to an audition. I hope I don't get it. If I do get it, great opportunity, great thing to put on my resume. If I don't get it, I don't have to drive all the way there. So it's kind of a win-win. It's a win-win. So that, and I can focus more on my business and, all of that stuff. So I'm happy about that. Then I came back, had dinner with my brother, and then now I'm back. But that's pretty much all the day. Again, NoFap was easy. There were times where I certainly was tempted. Sometimes when I go research ads, sometimes I come across ads that are a little bit more provoking, a little bit more tempting. And there are times where the thought comes up. But because of where I am now, the thought leaves as quick as it comes up. Like, it's no longer a thing that I'm drawn to do. And it feels really good. It feels really good to be able to have the temptation there and then just have it pass by. And I wave as it passes by. It's great. It's fantastic. So, given where I am now, I'm really happy about it. I'd have to actively do that now. Look up terrible stuff and then do terrible things. I have to actually make that effort now. And I think that's a great thing, because it used to happen subconsciously. So now I have to actually, like, if I ever want to look at that stuff, like if I'm ever looking at that stuff again, I'd have to consciously make that decision now, which is a great place to be, because now that I'm conscious about it, I no longer make those decisions. So yeah, this is just the great thing about having your brain rewired, I guess, is you can see that the things that used to tempt you and that you would reach for, and sometimes you wouldn't even be aware of it, now it's just gone. Now you can be aware of it, and now that you're aware of it, now you can make the decision to walk away from it, to stop even thinking about it. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey, NoFap journey. So my advice for everybody today is to stay strong. Stay strong. I understand that a lot of people that struggle with this, and a lot of people have struggled with it for years. I have struggled with it for more than half my life. And it's a hard thing to break out of, but I truly believe that if you do want to change something if you want to change this, if you want to stop getting submitting to this addiction, then it is truly a lifestyle change. You need to change your entire life, not just NoFap. You can't start just picking, you can't just start finding strategies, You need to change your life. You need to turn your life around. And it isn't just NoFap. It's so many other things too. Getting your life together. If you have your life together, and you have something to work on, and you have a goal, and you're pursuing that goal every single day, and you're getting better every single day, you're staying true, you're becoming your true self every single day, NoFap is just going to come along with it. So if you really want to change, if you really want to kick this addiction, then you need to change your life. It comes with a lot of pain, but I did it, and you can do it too. So let's get to your comments and questions for the day. Mike, as you read this, congrats on day 90. Keep the essentials of it going as your lifestyle. Semen retention is such a beneficial option that it's not something that we've got to do, but it's something we get to do. It's not just a privilege and a blessing, but a gift and a calling. I agree. It truly is a gift. We can get so drowned out, it truly is, it truly can become something that just takes over your life. I've wasted hours, days, maybe even months consuming pornography. And now I have so much time. But I look back at all the time I can't get back, and I start thinking, you know what? I'm so much more grateful for the time I have now, that I don't want to waste a second of it. So it is something that I definitely needed to go through, but I'm glad I went through it. So yeah, I definitely feel like a stronger person because of it. But thank you, Mike, for that comment, and I'll do a special thank you later. But Vladicated, day 89, dude, massive respect. Love how you're not just going through each day, but actually leveling up. Keep crushing it. Thank you. Appreciate that, Vlad. It truly is if you really, like I said, if you want to beat this addiction, if you want to succeed in NoFap, you have to change every single aspect of your life. Your entire life has to change. I truly believe that. You can't just keep living the life you're living and then continue doing NoFap. No, you have to continue improving your life actively improving your life, actively changing your life for the better every single day. Whether it's picking up new responsibilities, whether it's working out more, whether it's training to, boxing. I want to do boxing. I've already picked up a few moves. So constantly improving, constantly getting better, constantly choosing a painful and more difficult decision to pick up, then that's how it's done. You gotta level up. as you level up, NoFap becomes easier. And it becomes your lifestyle. So, yeah, I appreciate that, Vladicated. Appreciate that. But anyway, I am going to do a very special thank you. It's been 90 days. 90 days of NoFap, 11 attempts of NoFap, and I'm here. I'm here now. When I first started NoFap, I was broken. Absolutely broken, going through grief, dealing with the betrayal of a friend and the loss of another friend, and it broke me. It truly did. It broke me. I was down, and I was making. I was sleeping on my couch, even though my bed was right there. I was making vlogs from my couch. I was sleeping on my couch. I was so depressed. I was eating chips, drinking alcohol, getting drunk. I was getting drunk quite a bit during those times, and I knew that if I wanted to get out of all of that, I was watching pornography too, and it got to a point where I was just like, I can't keep doing this anymore. Like, I'm going through the same kinds of pain that I used to go through. I'm having my heart broken by women that truly aren't worth it, and I'm trusting. I have friends that don't have any qualms of stabbing me in the back, and so something had to change. I didn't know what, but I knew that the way to start was to get back on NoFap and to do the vlogs again, to keep myself accountable and to track my journey. I didn't realize that my journey would end up here. I truly didn't. I just wanted a way to keep myself accountable and to track my days and to see where it leads, honestly. But during that process, I was lucky enough to find, a lot of people online to help me with that. I went through the phase of breakups and breakup songs and all that stuff, but eventually that self-pity turned into, how do I fix this? How do I stop it so this doesn't happen to me ever again? And I think that's something that I never had the attitude for. I think that as time went on, I've had my heart broken before, certainly worse than I've had my heart broken at the beginning of these vlogs, but I usually just leaned on my friends. I leaned on my friends a lot, and usually we just play video games, and I'd bury it. They talk about it and they'd just give me those platitudes, and they'd say, they pretty much lift me up without me having to learn too much of a lesson. And it's not that I'm not grateful for that, but it's not what I needed, I think. And also, they're the same friend groups with the friend that stabbed me in the back, and I just didn't want to be a part of that anymore. So, as much as I still miss some of them, I had to leave them behind. And for a long time, during those first few weeks of NoFap, I felt alone, like very much alone. And I didn't really have anybody. So I kind of just I looked for solutions. Instead of wallowing in self-pity, I was just like, how do I make sure that this never happens to me again? Because this is painful. And it turns out I found a bunch of people online talking about masculinity. Like I said, I've recommended some of these channels, Griffin Mind, Araco TV, and eventually through that I found How to Beast. Through that I listened to more podcasts, and from podcasts I found Andrew Tate. From Andrew Tate I found Justin Waller. From all of that, Patrick Bet David, a bunch of people that were these masculine men living a life that made sense to me. Because there was so much of my life I went through, it's just like, there's something that's off about this world. There's something that's really weird about this world and messed up. And I can't quite tell what the right answer is. And I don't know where to look, and I don't know who to talk to. But something's off about this world. And from there, I went on a journey of finding what it means to be a man and what true masculinity is. And that kick-started this whole thing of, working out every day and acting like more of a man, because I was a really feminine guy, and I think that was taught to me. And it certainly was popular, because when I was a more feminine guy, it was easy to throw away my dignity just to get a laugh. I was basically a clown. And the way I can make people laugh is act like a girl. And looking back, I cringe at those moments. But it gave me attention. And I guess I yearned for that kind of attention. But now, all the things that I was taught about masculinity started to make sense to me. And as I was going along with NoFap, I was also changing my life drastically. I was eating right. I was going on a diet, the carnivore diet that I went on for a while. I'm not on it right now, but I'm going to go back on it. Right now, I'm trying to bulk. I'm trying to gain as much weight as possible. But I did the carnivore diet for a good 2 to 3 months, I believe. And then I went to the gym, got a gym membership, started working out every day, and started going to church. And I found a really good church, a church with some truly God-fearing people that teach the gospel correctly, that teach the Bible correctly, and truly, So a lot about my life has changed in this, it's only been like half a year, and it's truly, I've started a business. I've done a lot better in my career as well. I've been getting callbacks like crazy. Everything I'm going for, I'm getting callbacks for. And it's been an amazing journey, truly an amazing journey. And just because, I'm stopping NoFap vlogs. I'm still gonna do vlogs, but it's not gonna be every day. And the reason is because I no longer need NoFap. And that feels really good to say, because I never thought I'd get here, but I'm here now. And I've been addicted to pornography since I was 11, and I am 28 years old. 17 years I've been addicted to pornography, and it's a long time. It's a long time, 17 years. And I thought for the longest time that I can try as hard as I can to kick this addiction, but it's never gonna happen. I knew, I believed deep in my heart that I'm wired this way. This was never going to be something I could defeat. There's only I can only try to weather the storm, maybe try to, hold back on it just for a little bit, but ultimately I would constantly come back to it. And I think learning the things that I did about masculinity and becoming the person that I am now, especially because I went through a lot of pain and a lot of hurt, a lot of heartbreak, I think that's what propelled me forward, and that's what made me realize that I need to do more painful things. I need to do things that suck to do. I hate doing push-ups. I hate working out. It hurts. It hurt this morning to go to the gym and to do back and bicep day. But I can't do anything else now because I like the results. I like how my body looks. No, I'm not gonna lie, I love how my body looks. And teaches me discipline. I love the results of it, and I want to do more of that. I want to grab pain for the sake of delayed pleasure. And it truly is delayed pleasure, because I did not have a body like this 6 months ago. So, yeah. Throughout this whole NoFap journey, I've learned more than just techniques about NoFap. I've learned more about life, about what it means to be a man. And I think that's important for everybody that's going through NoFap right now, is to go on a journey of masculinity. Not just NoFap. NoFap is just one aspect of it. But if you want to get rid of this addiction, chase the whole picture. Become who you were meant to be, your true self. And that's the whole point of Everyday Truer, because I'm slowly uncovering what God made me to be. And it's a really fun journey. Very painful one, and it certainly has its ups and downs, but a journey that is more fulfilling than it is pleasurable. And I would take fulfilling over pleasurable any day, especially now. I want to give a huge special shout out to the early guys, JD and Gray. I don't know if you guys are watching, but I do miss seeing your guys' comments. But JD and Gray, thank you guys for the commenting on my early vlogs. I want to give a special shout out to Mike, who's been there with me since, the beginning, when I used to make NoFap vlogs, before even NoFap vlog 1. When I deleted it all for the sake of my career. But now I don't think I'm gonna delete them. I think it's gonna be good to look back at my life and see all of that stuff. And if it gets out on the internet, it gets out on the internet. I mean, it's on the internet right now. If I get famous one day, I think it would be an important vlog. It would be important to see how it would be important for other people to see how I used to be compared to who I am now. Because I don't ever want to hide my past and the things that I used to do and my regrets, because I think what people need to know is people can change. People can change. Sometimes it just takes a lot of pain. It takes a lot of realization that people are wrong, but people change. Hopefully for the better. And in my case, I would say, yeah, it was definitely for the better. But I digress. Thank you, Mike, for always being there for me, for always leaving the comments down, and you're giving me somebody to interact with during these vlogs. So, yeah, I definitely thank you for that. And I hope that God blesses you constantly. Be praying for you, and I know you're praying for me. I'd like to thank the people watching now. I think, even the people that, in the past week have been commenting almost every day. Andrew, I want to thank you for commenting even close to the end. But now what am I going to do? I'm not going to be making vlogs every day, but I'm still going to be making vlogs, about my life, and maybe even about masculinity. Maybe I want to join that community, not just take part in it, but actually join it and give advice to people out there that are struggling to go on their own. And I think people need somebody that's transitioning into that, because, there's so many people out there, so many gurus out there that are already in the stage of life that is successful. They're already super rich. They're already using their money for good. They're already built like a tank. They've already succeeded in business. But me, I'm still on the way there. And I think it should be encouraging to some other people that I'm there with you, because I'm certainly in a place where I'm not
rich yet. I'm not as strong yet. I don't have a bunch of suits that I love wearing suits too, but I don't have a lot of suits. I don't have all these fancy cars. I don't have all of that stuff. And I would like to have that one day, but you know, some people have to bear down, do the hard work, and spend years before even grasping at it. But I know one thing is I'm not going to give up. And it can be a lonely road. It certainly has been for me. I have not spoken to my online friends that I used to have in a long time. And, well, frankly, there are very few people I consider friends. A lot of the old friends that I have, I no longer hang out with them. So I'm in a transition period where I don't want the old friends to drag me back to my old life, and the friends that I want to have look at me and say, you're still working on it, you know? So it's going to be a lonely journey for a while, for maybe even the foreseeable future, but I know that one day I'll have those brothers. I've certainly been praying for it, but I'll have those brothers that'll have my back no matter what. And I'm looking forward to being that for them as well. But anyway, I digress. My NoFap journey to day 90 is complete. And I have to say, it feels good to be free. And I hope that you get to where I am, because there's no other feeling like it. I plan on living like this for the rest of my life, and I hope that you do too. But anyway, that's day 90. I won't be seeing you guys tomorrow, but maybe the next day with a new vlog, and maybe I'll try some new things, you know, maybe with a setup like this instead of just handheld all the time. But I hope that you guys stick around. I'm going to try and keep it interesting, and I'm probably going to be putting, since I'm not going to be just doing vlogs daily, I'll probably be putting a lot more effort into it. I can't wait to see what I come up with, and I hope you're as excited as I am. So, everybody that's still going through NoFap, stay strong, stay focused, and I'm with you guys. I know you guys are with me. Take care.